So we'll be starting from April 2010 paper. First question: if gross total income is 90,000 and life insurance premium paid is rupees 95,000, then the net taxable income would be. Start giving the answer in the chat box. Rupees 90,000, loss of 5,000, nil. नेट टैक्सेबल इनकम कितना होगा अगर ग्रॉस टोटल जीटीआई ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम 90,000 है और लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम जिसका डिडक्शन मिलता है हमको 80C में अप टू 1,50,000 और द अमाउंट विच एवर इज लेस, तो नेट टैक्सेबल इनकम कितना होना चाहिए? नेट टैक्सेबल इनकम कितना होगा? तो यस, करेक्ट आंसर इज what should be the correct answer? Net taxable income will be 0. You should remember net taxable income can never be negative. Net taxable income कभी नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकता. इनफैक्ट इट इज 0 और ऑलवेज पॉजिटिव, जहां पर लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स एंड winning from lotteries are always taxable. Net taxable income cannot be 0, cannot be negative. At the most it can be 0, but it can never be negative. तो net taxable income कितना होगा? 0. 90,000 अगर जीटीआई है और लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम 95,000 भरा है तो उसका डिडक्शन कहाँ तक रेस्ट्रिक्टेड होगा? अप टू एडजस्टेड जीटीआई. एडजस्टेड जीटीआई कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? ग्रॉस टोटल इनकम दैट इज 90,000 माइनस विनिंग फ्रॉम लॉटरीज माइनस लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन्स, मतलब 0 मैक्सिमम डिडक्शन 90,000 का मिलेगा. सो 90,000 माइनस 90,000, the net taxable income is 0. Second question: Mr. Suhas, a practicing chartered accountant, is a full-time lecturer in SN College. He was appointed as an internal auditor of Students' Council of SN College and was paid audit fees of 5,000. These fees are taxable under the head. क्या आंसर होगा? इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस, इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी, इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज. मिस्टर सुहास जो प्रैक्टिसिंग चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है, फुल टाइम लेक्चरर है एसएन कॉलेज में. So, yes, correct answer is income from salary. Income from salary. Income from salary. कॉलेज में वो लेक्चरर है, मतलब कॉलेज इज अ एम्प्लॉयर, हमेशा सुहास इज an employee. So whatever the amount paid by employer to employee is chargeable under the head income from salary. Remuneration received by a working partner from a firm is taxed under. वर्किंग पार्टनर्स को पार्टनरशिप से मिलने वाला रेम्यूनरेशन किसमें टैक्सेबल होगा? इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी, इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस, इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज. व्हाट इज द आंसर? यस, इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस एंड प्रोफेशन. as far as partner and partnership firm is concerned, there is no employer employee relationship, so it is not taxable under the head salary. It is taxable under the head business and profession. There is a short term capital gain if listed equity shares sold were held for not more than 36 months, not more than 10 months, not more than 12 months. So it is a period not more than 12 months. तो 12 महीने से अंदर if you sell the listed equity shares before 12 months, holding period is less than 12 months, so it is a short term capital assets, and whatever the gain is called as short term capital gain. Voluntary retirement compensation received by retiring employee is exempt under section 10 subsection 10C to the maximum extent of. तो voluntary retirement कहाँ तक exempt है? What is the maximum limit? What is the maximum limit? Yes, rupees 5 lakhs. Maximum limit under section 10 subsection 10C is 5 lakhs. Coming to the next paper, October 2010. Export incentives received by the assessee are taxed under income from business, income from other sources, income from salary. एक्सपोर्ट इंसेंटिव मिल रहा है, एक्सपोर्ट करने के लिए कुछ बेनिफिट मिल रहा है गवर्नमेंट से, तो वो कहाँ पर टैक्सेबल होगा? इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस, इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेज, इनकम फ्रॉम सैलरी. यस, इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस. जो एक्सपोर्टर होते हैं, जो बिजनेस एक्सपोर्ट करता है, उनको ये एक्सपोर्ट इंसेंटिव मिलता है. सो इट इज ए इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस. Cost inflation index is applicable when there is a long term capital gains, business income, short term capital gains. CII किसके लिए लागू होता है? Yes, very much correct. It is applicable in case of long-term assets for calculating the long-term capital gain. The maximum deduction admissible against the family pension received is one third or 15,000 whichever is more, 75,000 whichever is less, or rupees 15,000 whichever is less. So what is the answer? Maximum deduction admissible against family pension is one third or rupees 15,000 whichever is less. Whichever is less. Next. Next question is dividend received from credit cooperative society is fully exempt under section 10, partly taxable, fully taxable. Dividend received from credit cooperative society is fully exempt under section 10, partly taxable, fully taxable. So what should be the answer? Dividend received from credit cooperative society is fully taxable. Exempt कौन सा डिविडेंड होता है? Exempt कौन सा डिविडेंड होता है? The dividend which is given by the domestic Indian company, domestic company, Indian company. Mr. Ashok paid the Balmon Vidya Mandir for his school going son's tuition fees 5,000 and school bus fees 2,000. He is entitled to deduction under section 80C equal to. अंडर सेक्शन 80C में किसका डिडक्शन मिलता है? ट्यूशन फीस का मिलता है. डिडक्शन किस चीज का होता है? ट्यूशन फीस. सो व्हाट इज द अमाउंट डिडक्टेबल इज अंडर सेक्शन 80C इज 5,000. स्कूल बस फीस का डिडक्शन नहीं मिलता है. Deduction is available only for tuition fees. Deduction is available for tuition fees. So tuition fees is 5,000. So deduction will be available only for 5,000. Mr. Vilas had taken housing loan for self-occupied property (SOP). तो इंटरेस्ट के लिए कुछ लिमिट्स होते हैं. From HDFC Bank on 18th November 1991. 1st April 99 से पहले वाला लोन है. 1st April 99 के बाद का लिमिट 2 लाख है. उससे पहले वाला लिमिट 30,000 है. यहाँ पर लोन लिया हुआ है 18 November 1991. During the previous year 1920, he paid interest on housing loan is 1,60,000. He is entitled to a deduction from NAV equal to. कितने का डिडक्शन मिलेगा? 1,60,000 का इंटरेस्ट भरा हुआ है. डिडक्शन 1.5 लाख मिलेगा. 30,000 और 1,60,000. The answer is rupees 30,000 because the loan is taken before 1st April 99. Loan is taken before 1st April 99 and therefore the maximum amount allowed is 30,000 only. Coming to the next paper, March 2011. Income which accrues or arises outside India, that means foreign income, and also received outside India, totally foreign income which arises as well as received outside India, is taxable in case of non-resident, resident but not ordinary resident, resident and ordinary resident. Yes, it is taxable for resident and ordinary resident. यही एक बंदा है जिसके लिए दुनिया भर का इनकम टैक्सेबल है. इंडियन इनकम एज वेल एज द फॉरेन इनकम. इंडियन इनकम एज वेल एज द फॉरेन इनकम. Mr. Shirsat, an employee of C Limited, drawing salary of 10,000 per month. महीने का सैलरी 10,000 मतलब पूरे साल का 1,20,000 हो गया. Took advance salary for April along with the salary of March. मार्च के साल में उसने अप्रैल का सैलरी भी एडवांस में ले लिया, मतलब 10,000 एडवांस में ले लिया. On 31st March 2020, the gross salary of Mr. Sirsat for assessment year 2020-21 is, इसमें से कितना होना चाहिए? What should be the answer? Yes, rupees 1,30,000. Salary is taxable on due basis or receipt basis, whichever is earlier. Salary is taxable on due basis or receipt basis, whichever is taxable. तो महीने का 10,000 तो साल का तो 1,20,000 वैसा ही हुआ ड्यू बेसिस पर. और अप्रैल का सैलरी उसने मार्च के साथ एडवांस में ले लिया तो रिसीट बेसिस पर that 10,000 is also taxable. So total taxable amount is 1,30,000. Mr. Nikhil received a gift of rupees 52,000 from his friend. The taxable amount of gift is, ₹2,000 nil ₹52,000. तो हमारा सेक्शन 56 कहता है द गिफ्ट विच इज ओवर 50,000 द अमाउंट रिसीव्ड विदाउट कंसिडरेशन above 50,000 is fully taxable. Fully taxable. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि सिर्फ 2,000 taxable होगा. It is fully taxable. That is 52,000. The entire amount is taxable. The entire amount is taxable. The interest payable on loan from a non-scheduled bank not paid before the due date of filing of income tax return is. अगर हमने नॉन शेड्यूल बैंक से कर्जा लिया, इंटरेस्ट कर्जा लिया और उसका इंटरेस्ट जो है हमने ड्यू डेट से पहले नहीं भरा है, तो इट इज फुल्ली अलाउड एज एक्सपेंडिचर, पार्टली अलाउड एज एक्सपेंडिचर, फुल्ली डिसअलाउड एज एक्सपेंडिचर. सो दिस इज द इंटरेस्ट ऑन नॉन शेड्यूल बैंक. अगर ये शेड्यूल बैंक होता, लोन अगर शेड्यूल बैंक से लिया होता और इंटरेस्ट अनपेड होता तो इट वाज फुल्ली डिसअलाउड, बट इट इज अ नॉन शेड्यूल बैंक, सो फॉर विच देयर इज नो सच प्रोविजन. Accrual basis पर it will be fully allowed as expenditure. This condition that payment basis expenses will be allowed on payment basis only, section 40 will be applicable only for scheduled bank. Coming to the next question, question number 16. On 10th March 2020, Mr. Ashwath paid interest on loan taken for construction of his residential house. 2020 interest भरा है. Construction was completed on 10th of April 2020. He can claim deduction of interest from NAV in 2020-21 equal to, यहाँ पर construction complete कब हुआ है? 10th April 2020 में. Construction was completed on 10th April 2020. तो previous year हो गया 2021 जहाँ पर construction complete हुआ है, और ये 10th March 2020 में क्या किया हुआ है? इंटरेस्ट भरा हुआ है. कंस्ट्रक्शन कंप्लीट हुआ है 2021 में, कंस्ट्रक्शन इज कंप्लीटेड 2021, तो उससे पहले जो भी इंटरेस्ट होता है दैट विल गेट अक्यूमुलेटेड एंड डिडक्शन विल बी रिसीव्ड इक्वल टू 1/5 ऑफ द अमाउंट. डिडक्शन इक्वल टू 1/5 ऑफ द अमाउंट. So as far as this question is concerned, construction is completed on 10th of April 2020. मतलब प्रीवियस ईयर 2020-21, तो असेसमेंट ईयर हो गया उसका 21-22, वहां से डिडक्शन मिलना स्टार्ट होगा. सो 10th मार्च 2020 मतलब प्रीवियस ईयर 19-20 और असेसमेंट ईयर 2021 में उसका डिडक्शन मिलने वाला नहीं है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 17. Srimati Vaidya received family pension of ₹81,000 during the previous year 1920. She is eligible for standard deduction of. तो आपको इसका लिमिट पता होना चाहिए. फैमिली पेंशन के लिए डिडक्शन का लिमिट है 1/3 ऑफ द पेंशन, मतलब इसका 1/3 कितना हुआ? 27,000 और 15,000 whichever is less. 1/3 ऑफ द पेंशन, पेंशन 81,000, उसका 1/3 27,000 हो गया, और 15,000 whichever is less. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? 15,000 is the amount of deduction. Coming to the next paper, that is October 2011. Total income of a person is determined on the basis of. Income कौन से basis पर determine होता है? Residential status. कौन से basis पर होता है? Residential status. Uncommuted pension. Uncommuted pension मतलब monthly pension. Uncommuted pension received by a government employee is. Now monthly pension ये सबके लिए taxable होता है, whether it is government or private employee. So uncommuted pension, that is monthly pension received by government employee, is fully taxable. It is fully taxable. Salary received by manager of agricultural firm is, salary received by a manager of agriculture firm is fully taxable. That income cannot be considered as agricultural income. That income cannot be considered as agricultural income. Salary received by a partner from the partnership firm. Salary received by a partner from partnership firm. यहाँ पर employer employee relationship नहीं है. Therefore, it is income from business. Income from business. Mr. Gurudev has let out his ownership flat to Mr. Pradeep. The municipal taxes due on 31st March 2020 were paid by Mr. Datta, a friend of Gurudev. on 28 March 2020, Mr. Gurdeep can claim the municipal taxes as the deduction from GAV, not claim the municipal taxes as deduction from GAV, claim 50% of municipal taxes from GAV. First of all, the rule is municipal taxes must be paid by the owner during the previous year. यहाँ पर Gurdeep is the owner, he has not paid the municipal taxes, and therefore Mr. Gurdeep cannot claim the municipal tax as a deduction from GAV. Mr. Shiv Prasad pays a tuition fees of 10,000 for MCOM Part 1 for his wife. The amount deductible under Section 80C. Tuition fees of 10,000 for MCOM Part 1 for his wife. The amount deductible under Section 80C. So Shiv Prasad has paid the tuition fees for wife, which will not qualify for deduction, as tuition fees paid for children is only qualify for deduction. Next, a new business was set up on 1st October 2019. Its first previous year will end on, कहीं पर भी सेटअप हो उसका प्रीवियस ईयर खत्म होगा 31st मार्च में. So it will be from 1st October 2019 to 31st March 2020. So it will be 31st March. Previous year will end on 31st March only. Pune University is assessed to tax as, ना तो ये इंडिविजुअल है, पार्टनरशिप फर्म है, right? This will be assessed as an artificial judiciary person. An artificial judiciary person. Income earned and received outside India, arises also outside India, received also outside, total foreign income is taxable in the case of, ये सिर्फ किसके लिए taxable होगा, resident and ordinary resident, इसके लिए पूरे दुनिया भर का income taxable है. Dividend received is exempt if it is received from, डिविडेंड से मिला हुआ पैसा एग्जम्प्ट होगा. आपको पता है लिमिट अप टू 10 लाख, लेकिन वो किससे मिलना चाहिए? इट शुड बी रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम एन इंडियन कंपनी. इट शुड बी रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम एन इंडियन कंपनी. Next is capital gain arises out of transfer of capital asset, any liability. Capital gain कब होगा? जब हम लोग क्या बेचेंगे? कैपिटल एसेट बेचेंगे. क्या बेचेंगे? कैपिटल एसेट बेचेंगे. Gift received from brother rupees 1 lakh is, now gift received from relative is not taxable. Gift received from brother, that is relative, is not taxable. तो ये 1 lakh is not taxable, it is exempt, it is not taxable. If it is received other than relative, it is taxable, but if it is received from relative, it is not taxable. Rajiv has let out his residential house for commercial purpose. उसने अपना रेसिडेंशियल हाउस कमर्शियल पर्पस के लिए दिया है, चाहे जिस रीजन के लिए भी दिया है, जो भी इनकम आएगा रेंट रिसीव्ड will be considered as income from house property, will be considered as income from house property. Even though अगर हमारा बिजनेस भी होगा प्रॉपर्टी भाड़े पर देने का, then too the rent received is taxable under the head income from house property. Municipal taxes paid by the owner is deducted from, किस में से डिडक्ट करते हैं? ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू से. किससे डिडक्ट करते हैं? ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू. और डिडक्ट करने के बाद जो आता है वो होता है नेट एनुअल वैल्यू. नेक्स्ट, सैलरी रिसीव्ड बाय अ वर्किंग पार्टनर फ्रॉम द पार्टनरशिप फर्म. तीसरी बार ये क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुआ है. वर्किंग पार्टनर्स को पार्टनरशिप फर्म से जो सैलरी मिलेगा, इट विल बी टैक्सेबल एज इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस. इट इज टैक्सेबल फ्रॉम income from business as there is no relationship of employer and employee. Family pension received is income from salary, income from business, income from other sources. तो family pension employee के मरने के बाद उसके family members को मिलती है, and therefore it is income from other sources. It is income from other sources. Employee को अगर मिल रहा है तो वो pension होता है, और family pension मतलब on the death of employee, the pension is received by the family members of that employee. So it is income from other sources. देखो ये दोनों क्वेश्चन 34 and 35 फिर से एक बार रिपीट हुआ है. A new business was set up on 1st January 2020. Its first previous year will end on, हमेशा याद रखना है कमिंग 31 मार्च, इमीडिएट कमिंग 31 मार्च में खत्म होगा साल। तो 1 जनवरी में शुरुआत हुई है बिजनेस की, तो पहला प्रीवियस ईयर खत्म कब होने वाला है? 31 मार्च 2020, 31 मार्च 2020। मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी इज असेस टू इनकम टैक्स एज, हमने इससे पहले वाले क्वेश्चन में देखा था पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी, अब मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी। तो होगा एन आर्टिफिशियल जुडिशियरी पर्सन, एन आर्टिफिशियल जुडिशियल पर्सन। टोटल इनकम, ये भी रिपीट हुआ है क्वेश्चन, देखो टोटल इनकम ऑफ अ पर्सन इज डिटरमिन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ, इनकम के लिए कौन सा स्टेटस इंपॉर्टेंट है? रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस। अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन, अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन मतलब मंथली पेंशन, देखो ये भी क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुआ है। अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन दैट इज मंथली पेंशन रिसीव्ड बाय एनी एम्प्लॉय, चाहे गवर्नमेंट हो चाहे नॉन गवर्नमेंट, इट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल। सो अनकम्यूटेड पेंशन दैट इज monthly pension received by government employee is taxable. Next question है, capital asset for the purpose of capital gain does not include, इसमें से कौन सा कैपिटल एसेट नहीं है? स्टॉक इन ट्रेड, रेसिडेंशियल फ्लैट यूज फॉर कमर्शियल पर्पस, शेयर्स एंड सिक्योरिटीज। तो क्या कैपिटल एसेट नहीं है? स्टॉक इन ट्रेड, जिसको बेचकर प्रॉफिट होगा तो उस पर हम लोग टैक्स भरेंगे, एज इनकम दिखाएंगे, इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस। तो ये स्टॉक बेचने पर जो प्रॉफिट होगा दैट विल बी शोन अंडर द हेड इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस एंड देयरफॉर इट इज नॉट अ कैपिटल एसेट। स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन ऑफ फैमिली पेंशन इज लिमिटेड टू 15,000, और ये भी क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुआ है, देखो स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन ऑफ फैमिली पेंशन इज लिमिटेड टू 15,000 और 25% ऑफ सच पेंशन, 33 and 1/3% of such person, 50% of such pension. The answer is 33 and 1/3%. That is 1/3. 33 and 1/3% मतलब 33.3333% मतलब 1/3. Deduction on account of entertainment allowance is allowed to. Entertainment allowance का deduction under section 16 सैलरी में किसको मिलता है? ओनली फॉर गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज। आपको पता है एंटरटेनमेंट अलाउंस चाहे वो प्राइवेट हो चाहे गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज हो, पहले तो सैलरी में ऐड होता है एंड आफ्टर दैट डिडक्शन इज अलाउड ओनली फॉर गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉइज। Mr. Mangesh, a chartered accountant, lets out his ownership office to another chartered accountant. Rent received by him is income from business, income from house property, income from other sources. तो प्रॉपर्टी अगर भाड़े से दिया है, चाहे वो कमर्शियल हो चाहे वो रेसिडेंशियल हो, अगर उससे रेंट आ रहा है तो इन दैट केस इट इज चार्जेबल एज इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी। हमारा बिजनेस भी होगा रेंटिंग पर देने का, तो भी उसका रेंट क्या होगा? इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी। मिस्टर सुनील, अ बिजनेसमैन पेड द प्रोफेशनल फीस ऑफ 25,000 बाय बेयरर चेक, मतलब कैश दिया है। आपको पता है अमाउंट which is paid over and above 10,000 is fully disallowed, 100% disallowed. So Mr. Sunil, a businessman paid professional fees of 25,000 by bearer check. This is allowed as business expenditure to the extent of, कहाँ तक allowed होगा? 0, 100% disallowed. If the amount is paid 10,000, if expenses of 10,000 more than 10,000 is paid by cash or bearer check, it will be 100% disallowed. Donation to Chief Minister Relief Fund, ये हमको नहीं करना because Section 80G is not there in your syllabus now. Section 80G is not there in your syllabus. Entertainment allowance in case of government employee is, entertainment allowance in case of government employee is fully exempt, fully taxable, deductible up to certain limits under Section 16 subclause 2. Third वाला आंसर, डिडक्शन मिलेगा but there are certain limits. आपको पता है वो 3 limits, 3 limits, that is 1/5 of the basic salary, maximum 5,000 or actual amount received whichever is less. तो limits कुछ है, वहां तक उसका डिडक्शन मिलेगा। नागपुर यूनिवर्सिटी, पहले पुणे यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया, बाद में मुंबई यूनिवर्सिटी हो गया, अभी नागपुर यूनिवर्सिटी। द आंसर इज एन आर्टिफिशियल जुडिशियरी पर्सन। शेयर ऑफ इनकम रिसीव्ड बाय अ मेंबर ऑफ HUF इज, अगर HUF ने टैक्स भरा है, इफ HUF is separately taxable, if HUF is separately taxable for their income, so whatever the share of income, that is share of profit received by member, is fully exempt. Same rule is applicable. Same rule is applicable for partnership firm also. कैपिटल गेन अराइजेस फ्रॉम द ट्रांसफर ऑफ, कैपिटल गेन कब होगा, ये भी क्वेश्चन रिपीट हुआ है. एनी एसेट, एनी फिक्स एसेट और एनी कैपिटल एसेट, द आंसर इज कैपिटल एसेट. कैपिटल गेन तभी होगा जब हम लोग क्या ट्रांसफर करेंगे, कैपिटल एसेट ट्रांसफर करेंगे. कमिंग टू द नेक्स्ट पेपर, दैट इज मार्च 2014. मार्च 2014. Gift received by Mr. X from grandmother of his wife rupees 1 lakh is fully taxable, fully exempt, exempt up to 50,000. So gift received by Mr. X from grandmother of his wife, which is covered as per the definition under the head relatives. So grandmother of spouse is covered under the definition of relatives, and therefore it is fully exempt. Under section 80DD, that is maintenance of dependent handicap in case of dependent with a severe disability, 85% shall be allowed. तो आपको पता दो ही लिमिट होता है, या तो मिलेगा 75,000 या फिर 1,25,000 without the limit of actual expenditure, irrespective of actual expenditure. यहाँ पर रुपीज 1,25,000 irrespective of actual expenditure. कितना खर्चा कर रहे हैं उससे मतलब नहीं है. सीवियर डिसेबिलिटी है तो डिडक्शन कितने का होगा, 1,25,000. इफ द हाउसिंग लोन इज टेकन फॉर रिपेयर्स ऑफ द सेल्फ ऑक्यूपाइड, आपको पता है मैक्सिमम लिमिट जो 2 लाख का है वो सिर्फ कंस्ट्रक्शन और एक्विजिशन के लिए है. द इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन इज नॉट डिडक्टेबल, डिडक्टेबल अप टू 30,000, डिडक्टेबल इन 5 इक्वल इंस्टॉलमेंट्स. टाइप द आंसर फर्स्ट. B, deductible up to 30,000 from NAV. Deductible up to 30,000 from NAV. Same question is repeated again. Mr. Satish, a practicing chartered accountant, also a full-time lecturer in college. मतलब Satish is an employee of the college. He was appointed as an advisor of the college in income tax matters and was paid 25,000 as professional fees. Now the amount which is received by employee from employer by whatever name called, it should be taxable as income from salary, but here there is no option. So any amount received by employee from the employer by whatever name called is chargeable under the head income from salary. If full office building used for the business purpose is given on rental basis, the income arising from therefrom is taxable as. Commercial building है, used for business purpose is given on rental basis. अब residential use के लिए दे दो, commercial के लिए use के लिए दे दो, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. If whatever the rent is received, that rent is chargeable under that income from house property. Income from house property. Mr. Rajiv, acting as an agent of Microsoft Limited USA, received 10 lakhs for termination of agency from Microsoft Limited. If you remember, this termination compensation for termination of agency is taxable as what? Fully taxable as business income. Fully taxable as business income. Fully taxable as business income. Next is family pension received by widow of deceased employee is taxed as. Deceased employee, employee has died and the family pension is received by the family member, and therefore it is chargeable as income from other sources. Income from other sources. Deduction under section 80C for tuition fees shall be allowed if the same are paid for full-time education in school and college, even for part-time education, even for full or part-time education. So Act में लिखा it is paid, allowed only for full-time education in school and colleges in India. October 2014, income earned by minor on his investment made by his father is taxed in the hands of. Now this comes under clubbing of income provision, which is not there in your syllabus. क्वेश्चन कहता है कि पिताजी ने इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है माइनर के नाम पर और माइनर को जिसका इनकम मिल रहा है तो वो किसके लिए टैक्सेबल होगा, किसके इनकम में टैक्सेबल होगा, तो दैट इज हिज फादर. This is called as clubbing of income provision, which is not there in your syllabus now. जैसे डोनेशन ATG जो पहले सिलेबस में था, now it is not there. Commission on sales received in addition to salary by a salesman is income from. Commission on sales, sales किया उसका commission मिल रहा है in addition to salary, मतलब he is employed over there. तो employer से whatever the amount received from employer by the employee is taxable as income from salary. Income from salary. Mediclaim premium paid by the employer on the medical health policy of the employees. Mediclaim premium paid by the employer on the medical health policy of employees tax-free perquisite. Is a tax-free perquisites. क्या भरता है तो टैक्सेबल होगा? लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम. क्या भरेंगे तो टैक्सेबल परक्यूजिट होगा? लाइफ इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम. बट इफ इट इज मेडिक्लेम इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम इज पेड बाय एम्प्लॉयर, इट इज अ tax-free perquisite. If the residential property held for 15 months is sold, the resultant capital gain will be residential property held for. So, if the residential property held for 15 months is sold, that means it is sold before 24 months, and therefore the resultant capital gain will be short-term capital gain. The resultant capital gain will be short-term capital gain. Gift of rupees 51,000 received from a friend is taxable to the extent of 51,000 का गिफ्ट मिला है. सेक्शन 56 कहता है if the amount received without consideration is more than 50,000, the entire amount is taxable. The entire amount is taxable. So entire amount of 51,000 is taxable. Rent received from open plot of land, that means construction is not there, and therefore it is not chargeable as income from house property. It is chargeable as income from other sources. रेंट भी होगा लेकिन वहां पर कंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं है. बेसिक कंडीशन इज नॉट फुलफिल्ड. देयर इज नो कंस्ट्रक्शन, therefore it is chargeable as income from other sources. The standard deduction of a family pension of rupees 1,50,000. तो आपको इसका पहले कंडीशन पता होना चाहिए. स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन ऑन फैमिली पेंशन के लिए लिमिट है 1/3 ऑफ पेंशन और 15,000 whichever is less. So 1,50,000, 1.5 लाख का 1/3 होगा 50,000 और 15,000 50,000 या फिर 15,000 whichever is less. यहाँ पर क्या होगा 15,000. यहाँ पर क्या होगा 15,000. Next is if an assessee pays the life insurance premium of 90,000, he is entitled to deduction under section 80C of 90,000 1 lakh nil. If assessee pays the life insurance premium of 90,000, 80C के लिए डिडक्शन का लिमिट कहाँ तक है 1,50,000 का है. So you'll get the entire deduction of 90,000. Mr. Anil is a person with a physical disability of 50%. Minimum 40% है, उससे ज़्यादा है. So we'll get the deduction under section 80U. He is entitled to deduction under section 80U. Severe disability 80% and more, तो 1,25,000 होता है, and 40% से लेकर 80% तक है. So deduction available is 75,000. Severe disability है 80% and above, तो डिडक्शन कितना मिलेगा 1,25,000. Mr. Dinkar earns saving bank interest of 90,000 during the previous year 2019-20. He is entitled to a deduction under section 80TTA. So 80TTA, which is meant for deduction of saving bank interest, it is limited up to 10,000. सिर्फ 10,000 तक का लिमिट है. And 80TTB, which is a deduction for interest on fixed deposit for senior citizen, उसका लिमिट कितने का है 50,000 का है. April 2015 पेपर. Income earned in India by a non-resident. Income earned in India मतलब ये इंडियन इनकम हुआ. So Indian income is taxable for all, चाहे वो ऑर्डिनरी रेसिडेंट हो, नॉट ऑर्डिनरी हो या फिर नॉन रेसिडेंट हो. So that is taxable in India. इंडियन इनकम है. इनकम earned in India मतलब इंडियन इनकम है. Employer's contribution to the recognized provident fund of an employee in excess of the prescribed limit is taxable as income from salary, क्योंकि वो एम्प्लॉयर से मिलने वाला है, एम्प्लॉयर का कंट्रीब्यूशन. सो whatever the amount paid by employer to the employee is called as income from salary, is taxable as income from salary. और यहाँ पर एम्प्लॉयर्स कंट्रीब्यूशन टू आरपीएफ, उसका लिमिट कितना है, इट इज अप टू 12% ऑफ बेसिक, और इंटरेस्ट टू आरपीएफ उसका लिमिट कितना है 9.5%. Reimbursement by employer of the expenses incurred by the employee for employer's business. क्या लिखा है? Reimbursement by employer. एम्प्लॉयर ने पैसा वापस किया खर्चे का. खर्चा जो किसने किया था? एम्प्लॉय ने बिजनेस के लिए. तो बिजनेस का जो खर्चा है वो एम्प्लॉय ने किया और वो पैसा एम्प्लॉयर ने वापस कर दिया. ये तो इनकम नहीं है. दिस इज जस्ट अ रीइंबर्समेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंसेस. तो ये इनकम ही नहीं है. इनकम नहीं है. इट इज नॉट टैक्सेबल एज एट ऑल. तो जो खर्चा किया उसी का पैसा वापस मिला. दिस इज जस्ट रीइंबर्समेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंस. If the residential property acquired, that is purchased on 1st April 1970, is sold during the previous year 1819, its cost of acquisition is taken at fair market value. Now this is a long term capital asset. तो capital asset calculate करते समय capital gains, long term capital gains होगा. और हमारा CII cost inflation index चालू ही कहाँ से होता है? 1st April 2001 से होता है. तो कौन सा फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू लेना होगा? 1st April 2001. 1st April 2001. Earlier it was 1st April 1981. But as far as revised CII index, you have to take the fair market value as on 1st April 2001. Interest received on public provident fund is fully exempt, tax-free income. Interest on PPF, public provident fund, is tax-free. If part of commercial property is let out and the balance part of the property is retained by the owner for his business, the rent received will be. अब यहाँ पर part of the commercial property is let out. तो जितना property let out किया है उसका जो rent आएगा that is income from house property. और जो खुद के लिए रखा है, retained by the owner for the business, उसका तो rent आएगा ही नहीं. यहाँ पर जो भी rent आएगा, the rent received is taxable as. Next question, which is repeated for many times. The standard deduction on family pension of rupees 1,20,000 will be 1,20,000 का 1/3 होता है 40,000 और 15,000 whichever is less. तो यहाँ पर होगा 15,000. यहाँ पर होगा 15,000. If an assessee invests rupees 70,000 in public provident fund, he is entitled to deduction under section 80C. So under section 80C the limit is of 1,50,000. 1.5 लाख तक का लिमिट है. तो जितना इन्वेस्टमेंट किया उतना डिडक्शन क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा. So पूरा 70,000 will be qualified for deduction. Mr. Suresh, age 62 years, pays mediclaim premium. Now he is 62 years, मतलब senior citizen. Premium of 25,000. He is entitled to deduction under section 80D of. तो senior citizen है तो उसको 50,000 तक का लिमिट है. He has paid only 25,000. So he will get the full deduction of rupees 25,000. अगर उसने यहाँ पर 45,000 भी भरा होता तो 45,000 का डिडक्शन मिलता. Because for senior citizen the deduction is available up to 50,000. Mr. Arjun earns the saving bank interest of 12,000. 12,000 का इंटरेस्ट मिला सेविंग अकाउंट पर during the previous year. He is entitled to deduction under section 80TTA. तो 80TTA which is there for interest on saving bank, but it is limited to the actual interest received or 10,000 whichever is less. So maximum कितना deduction मिलेगा? 10,000 as the interest received is 12,000. Next is November 2017 paper. A new business was set up on 1st October. The first previous year will end on. कभी भी शुरुआत होने तो नया बिजनेस, नया सोर्स ऑफ इनकम, उसका प्रीवियस ईयर कमिंग 31 मार्च में खत्म होगा. तो अक्टूबर 2019 के बाद का 31 मार्च 2020. This is the answer. Unrealized rent is a deduction from. Unrealized rent is a deduction from. इसमें से डिडक्शन होगा ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू से. मतलब ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं? रीजनेबल रेटेबल वैल्यू एंड एक्चुअल रेंट. तो एक्चुअल रेंट में से अनरियलाइज्ड रेंट माइनस करेंगे. ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू में से म्युनिसिपल टैक्स माइनस करते हैं तो नेट एनुअल वैल्यू आता है. एंड म्युनिसिपल वैल्यू इज कंसीडर्ड फॉर डिटरमिनिंग द रीजनेबल रेटेबल वैल्यू. Share of income received by a member of HUF from the HUF is, if the HUF is separately taxable for their income, whatever the share received by the member is fully exempt. under section 10. Agricultural income from land in Nepal is a dash for an ordinary resident individual. तो agriculture income India में है तो it is fully exempt under section 10 subsection 1, but it is in Nepal and therefore it is taxable. Therefore it is taxable for ordinary resident individual. Ordinary के लिए दुनिया भर का income taxable होता है और ये कौन से head में taxable होगा? Income from other sources. कौन से head में taxable होगा? Income from other sources. Mr. Pankaj paid the fees for his school-going daughter to the King George School. Fees consisted of tuition fees 5,000, development fees of 2,000. He is entitled to deduction of 80C. तो डिडक्शन सिर्फ किसके लिए मिलता है? ट्यूशन फीस के लिए मिलता है फॉर एनी ऑफ हिज 2 चिल्ड्रन फॉर फुल टाइम कोर्स, फुल टाइम एजुकेशन. तो ट्यूशन फीस का डिडक्शन दैट इज 5,000. If the own building is let out to be used as a showroom for display of goods, rent will be taxed as. हमने हमारा प्रॉपर्टी भाड़े से दिया है और टेनेंट उसको कमर्शियल यूज कर रहा है, रेजिडेंशियल यूज कर रहा है, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Whatever the rent received is chargeable as income from house property, provided the receiver of rent is the owner of the property. Profit arising on the sale of personal platinum jewelry. Now, platinum jewelry, even though it is a personal asset, even though it is a movable asset, but it is specifically excluded from the exclusion of capital asset. That means any ornaments made of gold, silver, platinum or any precious, semi-precious stones, it is considered as capital asset. तो अगर capital asset बेचते हैं तो उसमें जो profit होगा that is taxable as capital gains. That is taxable as capital gains. Mr. Desai contributed for his girl child under the Sukanya Samruddhi account scheme. ये 80C में net deduction है. Mr. Desai contributed for his girl child under the Sukanya Samruddhi account scheme. He is entitled to a deduction under section 80C. This is applicable from 2014. Interest received on company debenture is interest मिला है, dividend मिलता है इंडियन कंपनी से तो exempt होता है up to 10 lakhs, but it is an interest which is taxable. Dash is not taxable. Profit in lieu of salary, gift from father, illegal income. So profits in lieu of salary is taxable. Illegal income tax doesn't have to do anything with the legality, and therefore illegal income is also taxable. Gift from father, that is gift received from relative, is not taxable. Gift received from relative is not taxable. Coming to the next paper, November 2018. Income tax extends to whole of India. It's a central tax which is applicable for the entire India. Income tax is a tax on Namilika income. So it's a tax on income. The legal state of Miss Hima Das, an Indian sprint runner, is an individual body of individual or sportsman. स्पोर्ट्समैन ऐसा कोई स्टेटस होता ही नहीं है रेसिडेंशियल स्टेटस के लिए, पर्सन के लिए, तो कौन सा होगा? एन इंडिविजुअल. Personal 24 karat gold Mangalsutra is a dash asset. Even though it's a personal asset, even though it is movable asset, then too it is considered as capital asset specifically as per the act, and therefore personal 24 karat gold Mangalsutra is a capital asset. Every assessee is a person. Every assessee is a person, and every person is also an assessee. Every person need not be an assessee. An individual is always an assessee. यहाँ पर होगा every person need not be an assessee. Person होगा लेकिन जरूरी नहीं कि वो assessee होगा. Assessee means any person. Assessee का definition क्या है? Assessee is an any person. मतलब assessee होने के लिए पहले person होना जरूरी है. Any person by whom any tax or any other sum is due, that is income tax or penalty interest is recoverable. तो assessee होने के लिए person होना जरूरी है, लेकिन person है, हर person क्या नहीं होगा? assessee नहीं होगा. मतलब a person may not be having any income, so he may not be a assessee. Total income of a person is determined on the basis of his residential status. on the basis of his residential status. In case of capital asset acquired on 1st April 1971, FMP fair market value of this capital asset is determined as on. तो 1971 है और अभी ये 2020 चल रहा है, तो इट्स अ लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल एसेट. लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल एसेट के लिए सी आया है. कॉस्ट इन्फ्लेशन इंडेक्स नंबर लिखना होगा. एंड कॉस्ट इन्फ्लेशन इंडेक्स नंबर स्टार्ट ही कहां से होता है? 1 अप्रैल 2001 से. तो फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू भी कौन सा तारीख का इंपॉर्टेंट होगा? 1 अप्रैल 2001. फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू कौन सा तारीख का होगा इंपॉर्टेंट? 1 अप्रैल 2001. इन दोनों को कंपेयर किया जाता है. कॉस्ट एज ऑन 1 अप्रैल 1971 और फेयर मार्केट वैल्यू एज ऑन 1 अप्रैल 2001, विच एवर इज हायर. दोनों में से कोई एक अमाउंट लेते हैं जो ज्यादा होता है फॉर कैलकुलेशन ऑफ इंडेक्स कॉस्ट. Deduction under section 80D. 80D is for mediclaim insurance premium. In respect of medical insurance premium is allowed to an individual, an SSE, and individual and HUF. तो किसको अलाउ होगा? Individual as well as HUF. Share of profit received by a partner from partnership firm is fully exempt, fully taxable, partly taxable. यहाँ पर क्या होगा? Fully exempt. Uncommuted pension, that is monthly pension received by government employee. Monthly pension, whether it is received by government or non-government, it is fully taxable. It is fully taxable. The deduction under section 80, 80 is for what? Interest on loan taken for higher education. The deduction under section 80 is allowed for payment of interest to the extent of, इसके लिए कोई लिमिट नहीं है. Whatever the amount is paid by way of interest is allowed as deduction. आप जितना भी इंटरेस्ट भरते हो वो पूरा डिडक्शन मिलेगा. लिमिट सिर्फ ईयर्स के लिए है. Award received from the government is exempt. The award which are received from the government in the public interest are exempt from tax. October 2019 paper. Assessment year can be more than 12 months, 12 months, less than 12 months. So assessment year is always a period of 12 months. Always a period of 12 months. Platinum metal necklace is a capital asset. Any ornaments made of gold, silver, precious metal, semi-precious stones is a capital asset. The legal status of Miss Mona Meshram, Indian cricketer, is individual, body of individual sportsman. स्पोर्ट्समैन ऐसा कोई स्टेटस नहीं होता है. दैट इज एन इंडिविजुअल. एवरी assessee is a person. The same question is repeated, and every person need not be an assessee. The term income includes dash income, legal, illegal, both of the above. The answer is both of the above. लीगल इलीगल से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. इवन इलीगल इनकम इज टैक्सेबल अंडर इनकम टैक्स एक्ट. Commuted pension, that is lump sum pension. Commuted pension received by government employee, yes, it is fully exempt. It is fully exempt and it is taxable for non-government employee. Fair market value as on 1st April 2001 is applicable to assets. Fair market value 1st April 2001 का किसके लिए लागू होगा? तो जो assets हमने 1st April 2001 से पहले खरीदा होगा. Acquired prior to 1st April 2001. Acquired after के लिए तो उसका कॉस्ट, एक्चुअल कॉस्ट लेंगे. Sold उससे पहले बेचा तो उसके लिए तो वो लागू ही नहीं होगा. So the acquired, that is purchased before 1st April 2001. Deduction under section 80 CCC, ये किसके लिए लागू होता है? पेंशन फंड के लिए. In respect of contribution to pension fund is allowed to an individual, all SSE, individual as well as HUF. So it is allowed for individual. It is allowed for individual. Dash is allowed while computing the business income. कौन सा टैक्स अलाउड होता है? इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स. डायरेक्ट टैक्स इज नॉट अलाउड. तो जीएसटी इज एन इनडायरेक्ट टैक्स जिसका पेमेंट करेंगे तो दैट विल बी अलाउड एज एक्सपेंडिचर while computing the income from business. Share of income received by a member of HUF. HUF which is separately taxable for their income. So whatever the share of income is received by the member is fully exempt. Is fully exempt from tax. Deduction on account of entertainment allowance is allowed to. तो आपको पता है Inter-animal allowance is first added to the income, whether it is government or non-government, and then deduction is allowed only for government employees. Deduction is allowed only for government employees, that too up to certain limits. The payment for medical insurance premium under Section 80D should be in cash, or check, by any mode other than cash. तो आपको पता है, that is any other mode, by any mode other than cash. कैश में अगर पेमेंट करेंगे तो it will be disallowed. It will be disallowed. Dash is liable to pay income tax on his income received in India. Resident, non-resident, both resident and non-resident. Income tax on income received in India. तो आपको पता है income received in India is taxable for all. चाहे वो ordinary resident हो, not ordinary resident हो, या फिर non-resident हो. मतलब it is taxable for resident as well as non-resident both. As per section 24 ये income from house property का deduction का section है. Standard deduction allowable on let out house property is, that is 30% of NAV. ये लिमिट है जो आपको याद रखना है. अंडर सेक्शन 24, that is a deduction under section 24, deduction from house property income, 30% of NAV. Commuted pension मतलब lump sum pension received by government employee. Government employees क्या होगा, exempt from tax. प्राइवेट एम्प्लॉय होगा तो ही टैक्सेबल होगा. गैस, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, वाटर सप्लाई प्रोवाइडेड फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टू एन एम्प्लॉय इज, अब ये किसके लिए टैक्सेबल होता है, ओनली फॉर स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉयज. कौन होता है स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉयज? अ डायरेक्टर हु इज एन एम्प्लॉय ऑफ द कंपनी, और द पर्सन हु हैज acquired the substantial interest in the company, मतलब more than 20% voting power, and the person whose gross income is more than 50,000 during the year. तो वो स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉय जिसके लिए टैक्सेबल है. गैस, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एंड वाटर सप्लाई प्रोवाइडेड फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट, सो इट इज टैक्सेबल फॉर परक्विजिट्स, टैक्सेबल इन केस ऑफ स्पेसिफाइड एम्प्लॉयज. म्युनिसिपल टैक्स इज डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम, तुमको पता है यहाँ पर किस में से डिडक्शन करेंगे, ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू. मतलब वाइल कैलकुलेटिंग ग्रॉस एनुअल हम लोग दो कंपेयर करते हैं, एक रीजनेबल नेटेबल वैल्यू जिसमें ये म्युनिसिपल वैल्यूएशन कंसिडर होता है, एंड एक्चुअल रेंट रिसीव्ड, दैट इज रेंट रिसीवेबल. तो रेंट रिसीवेबल में से माइनस होता है, सॉरी, म्युनिसिपल टैक्स इज डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू. ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू में से हम लोग डिडक्ट करेंगे क्या, म्युनिसिपल टैक्स पेड बाय द ओनर ड्यूरिंग द प्रीवियस ईयर. तो ग्रॉस एनुअल वैल्यू में से म्युनिसिपल टैक्स माइनस करेंगे तो क्या आएगा, नेट एनुअल वैल्यू. सेल ऑफ रेसिडेंशियल हाउस प्रॉपर्टी इज टैक्सेबल अंडर द हेड. हमने अगर रेसिडेंशियल हाउस प्रॉपर्टी अगर बेचा है, उसका रेंट आता है तो इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, लेकिन हाउस प्रॉपर्टी अगर बेचा है तो वो कौन सा होगा, इनकम फ्रॉम कैपिटल गेन्स, बिकॉज रेसिडेंशियल हाउस प्रॉपर्टी इज अ कैपिटल एसेट. गिफ्ट रिसीव्ड फ्रॉम फादर that comes under relative, so any amount received from relative is not taxable. Any amount received from relative is not taxable. Gratuity received by government employee, gratuity received by government employees exempt from tax. Taxes capital gains, taxes profits and gains, that is exempt from tax. लेकिन क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा इनकम्प्लीट है. ग्रेचुइटी रिसीव्ड बाय गवर्नमेंट एम्प्लॉयज एट द टाइम ऑफ रिटायरमेंट, वो होना चाहिए, बिकॉज वाइल इन सर्विस इट इज फुल्ली टैक्सेबल फॉर ऑल. Indian citizen living India for employment is considered as resident in India in previous year if he stay in India for minimum, तो उसके लिए वो दूसरा कंडीशन लागू नहीं होता है. सेकंड कंडीशन कौन सा वाला, 60 डेज एंड 365 डेज वाला कंडीशन लागू नहीं होता. तो इंडियन सिटीजन लिविंग इंडिया फॉर एम्प्लॉयमेंट आउटसाइड इंडिया will become resident in India only if his stay in India is 180 days or more. Salary received by a partner from his firm is regarded as income from profit and gains of business, क्योंकि एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉय का रिलेशनशिप वहां पर नहीं है, पैसा देने वाला और लेने वाला दोनों ओनर ही है. If a residential house property is held for more than dash, it is considered as a long-term capital asset. So earlier it was 36 months, now it is 24 months. Deduction under section 80C is allowed to the maximum of, 80C के लिए maximum limit कितने का है, 1,50,000. In fact 80C and 80CCC मिलाकर लिमिट जो है वो कितने का है, 1,50,000 का है. So we have covered 121 question